So things seem really bleak, and they are because Trump is going to be president. But every once in a while, there are things that give me hope. And the fact that cable news is going down, not Fox News, they're doing great, sadly, but like CNN, they had like their worst week ever, something like 260,000 viewers in a day. But here's the thing, I just started this little YouTube channel, what, a month ago, month and a half ago, something like that, where I just talk to you guys, and some of you send me suggestions about what you'd like me to discuss, and you'll send me information, and we just like to highlight things that are interesting, but also kind of prop each other up. And there might be some things we need to get angry about, be aware about, and things that we can do, even if it's just making sure that our elected officials know that we're out there and our vote and our voice counts as much, if not more, than Elon Musk's. So I have, one video here that you guys liked. I think they had like 100,000 views, and we're doing a few like that. And I'm just doing my thing. I've been on social media for a while, and there's others like me. We may not have our own show on cable news. Uh, Maybe we should. Some of us used to be on a lot, but we were a little too vocal about Trump a little too early. Some people caught up to us, but we continue to pay that price. But the way we communicate, the way we share information, and the way we get media and news and sort of analysis and weigh our opinions is now increasingly, I think, YouTube, podcasts, Substacks. So you find the people who are your favorites, but I urge you to still, keep track of what the other side is saying. It's important to at least have a finger on the pulse of what your idiot MAGA relatives have been consuming when you see them holidays, because I do think that there's a chance that we're going to win them back, right? They're going to feel betrayed by Trump. They're going to start figuring it out. Some of them, they're going to wonder, okay, why are they messing around with Social Security when Trump insisted that they're not going to be doing that? But he's going to do it. He didn't care about them. They're just pawns. He doesn't care about them. They're going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out. All right. And not because we're telling them. I mean, we tried telling them during the election season. We've been trying to tell them during these 9 years in this era of Trump. So things will happen. And I guess we have to find a way to, I don't know if I want to say embrace them. You're going to want to say, I told you so. And I think that's okay to a degree. And I don't think that it's now we're no longer trying to convince them to vote for Kamala Harris or Joe Biden or to vote or to vote Democrat. We're no longer telling them don't vote for Trump, right? We're at a point now where each individual issue that they're going to feel betrayed on is an opportunity to have at least a little bit of a conversation with them. We're not there yet, but I think it'll happen. Remember, we've got that really, really razor thin Republican majority in the House. And that's going to make things very interesting. So if you've never been one to pay attention to House proceedings, I think this might be a time to tune in, because they can't just blindly follow Trump and Elon Musk and Vladimir Putin. And Speaker Johnson has already expressed concern about how they're going to have a little bit of a tough row. As he said, he goes, do the math. They're only going to have a 2-seat majority until April, and then there's some special elections, but they're still not going to have anything more than a 5-seat majority. That's not great for them. So they're going to have to do better than just whatever Trump wants, we want, because whatever Trump wants is whatever Vladimir Putin wants. And you've got Elon Musk in there with his own agenda as an oligarch. And also, he wants to do what Putin wants, which is destroy America from within. This country that has been so good to Elon Musk, and he wants to destroy us for his jollies, for personal gain. Yeah, he's a weird one. There's no question about that. And he's very, very dangerous, because I don't want to make light of him. I mean, he's goofy. He's weird, and he's a clown. But take him seriously, because he's very dangerous. But for your MAGA relatives, friends, anybody you know, there will come a time when they're going to be betrayed. They're going to feel betrayed. They're going to figure it out inch by inch, issue by issue, inch by inch, issue by issue. So you're going to have to calibrate how you communicate with them. And it might take a while before you can finally have that talk like, see, these guys are doing to you. You might get them to join you maybe first and speaking out against what Elon Musk and Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin have in store for us with regard to Social Security and Medicare. I don't know too many MAGA regular folk who can afford to go without their Social Security or who are going to feel comfortable having Musk mess around with it, particularly when they were promised, air quotes, during the election that this wasn't happening. I think we're probably going to have an opportunity with each item in Project 2025 as your MAGA friends and family start figuring out what's going on. So it'll be a different pace, a different strategy that we'll have to figure out as we progress, inch by inch, like I said, issue by issue, because before it was everything, just this, fire hose of Trump chaos, and we were on a timeline with the election. And now I don't want to say we have the luxury of, addressing each issue individually because the election was devastating. But it is an opportunity. And it is about brick building, brick by brick. Okay? Social Security is a biggie. Medicare is a biggie. And MAGA was told, and they believed, because they were all over social media telling us, oh, it isn't true. Trump says they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything to it. Well, now they are. So have the conversation in the way that you can talk to these people. I personally don't have MAGA in my life anymore, but some of you do. And I'd be interested in hearing how it goes for you. But again, I don't think we could be in your face as much. Before we had to be because we were in a crisis and the election was looming. But now we're going to break it down by issue. So when you start talking about Social Security and what Elon Musk has planned, maybe you can inform some of your MAGA friends and family what's going on if they haven't caught on yet, and have the discussion in detail. And if they say, well, Trump said that wasn't going to happen. Well, Trump isn't necessarily in charge, is he? It appears Elon Musk is. And there will be a divide. And I have no problem if any of you are real good at, taking that divide, that wedge, and making the divide wider within the MAGA community. And it's not to be evil, it's to be truthful. And we were unable to make them see the light and see the truth during the election. But that doesn't mean that they can't now. Again, brick by brick, issue by issue. And please share with us how it goes, because we don't have cable news really to do that for us. It's going to be these other communities. It's going to be those of us on YouTube. It's going to be Substack. It's going to be Blue Sky, maybe a little bit on Twitter, but Elon is throttling us, so it's harder to communicate. But we'll find our ways. We got to keep track of what the good guys are doing. It's more important to keep track of what the bad guys are doing, and to take that opportunity within your own life, the MAGA in your life, to make them understand, even at the micro level, what's going on, because this affects them too. They'll get it. If they know that their Social Security and Medicare is in trouble, they'll pay attention, because that's either Trump is either saying it, Elon Musk is either saying it or he isn't. Well, take a look at what Elon Musk is saying. Take a look at who he's supporting with Mike Lee, who wants to tear it out by its roots. And that's a good start, because this is something that affects all of them. And when the $2,000 cap on prescription drugs for Medicare kicks in next month, 2025, make sure they know that Joe Biden did that. Joe Biden did that, because Trump will try and take credit for it. So there's things like that where you can make a difference. And if you can get it early on, so they understand that this was a Joe Biden initiative, if they understand that this is what Trump and Elon Musk are doing on Social Security, it makes it a little easier down the road. Well, not easier, less difficult when in the final push, when all of a sudden there's an election and there's this litany of things that you want them to know, and they've been fed all this garbage by Fox News, and so they don't believe you. Work it incrementally, and then it's not such heavy lifting at the end. That's my offering for a strategy. I'm sure many of you will come up with more, and I hope that you'll share them with us. Thanks.